39.
Got a bit of time, so 49 isn't the worst thing in the world. Unless Gary fills this up, which he has done. First 180 in this first quarter-final.
And he's been good at these bullseye finishes. Has he got another one in him?
65.
Not on this occasion. Gary Anderson to take out 283 points in just 2 visits to turn this leg on its head. Needed the treble, and he's chuntering away to himself because the magic that's been right at the end of his fingertips all weekend is not there right now. Double 4. Double 2. 3-1 rock, and Gary Anderson, something needs to change here. Oh, he's in again. 171 to lead tops. Oh, okay. 177 to leave 34. It's an option.
85.
What's the option now, Gary? Straight at it. Double 8 saves him. Breaker throw. Gary Anderson now favourite for the game. A game where he's been second best for large portions of it. But Josh Rock sets himself and delivers. He wants a 177 set-up shot. He does not get it. Leaves 62. He will get a look at that.
But he might only get 1 dart at the double. Plenty of options on 62. Single 6 is one of them. Seldom used. But it leads him to tops. And Josh Rock sneaks back in front. This has been a topsy-turvy game. And that is a crucial break of throw.
Game.
Gary Anderson, 1-0 up.
Writings on the wall. Double 10. 4 match darts have gone. How costly could that be?
122.
The grimace on the face of the Northern Irishman. A smirk on the face of the Scotsman. He knows he doesn't deserve this chance, but he's got it. Can he take it? To pick Rock's pocket. Oh, Gary Anderson! He's still alive! He knows he's got away with one there, but he's still alive, and he's favourite. He's got the darts in the last leg decider. Drama at the Glass Ballast.
The ultimate act of darting robbery.
From Gary Anderson. It does leave him a bogey number. But Rock's got it all on just to get to a finish of his own. Hang about. Oh, I thought he was going to leave the 170 again. He doesn't manage to do so. Set it up, take it out, and Gary Anderson is going to win this game.
433.
Well, he's left double 17. He now leaves double 13. Will it be unlucky for some?
100. Gary requires 26.
Well, you've made your bed, Gary. You lie in it. Double 6. Gary Anderson now misses match darts.
Joshua require 110.
Rock led him off. Gary Anderson returns the favour. Can Rock take his chance, staying on the treble 20? No, he gets the 18s, double 18. Oh, Josh Rock, it's another dart for the match that he has missed.
Gary requires
But it's double 3 for the Flying Scotsman. He's nearly busted, but hits the winning dart. Gary Anderson has snuck through. Like a greased eel, Josh Rock just couldn't grab a hold of him and keep a hold of him. He missed 4 darts to win it 6-4. He missed another one to win it 6-5. And the Flying Scotsman has somehow booked his place in the semi-final.
Yeah, that'll do. As long as he takes the 72 next time.
96.
Well, the nice thing about 72 is that there are a plethora of options.
Robbie require 111.
I do wonder which way he's going to go for this. 19s? Well, this is almost plan B, because he wanted to leave 32. However, tops it is.
91.
Has improved on that double over the years, but he still has a bit of a tiff with it now and again. Double three. Has seen some attention tonight.
No score.
Anderson could hit it.
Humphries
couldn't.
20.
Luke Humphries, not a happy bunny. And Rob Cross jumps all over those misses.
Game.
Interesting play.
Yeah, I saw him briefly in the players' room in the break between sessions, and
97.
I didn't actually get the chance to ask him. We were both lamenting Leeds United, so I might ask him if I do see him at some point.
137.
If he loses this game, you're not going to see him. He'll be out of the door in about 10 minutes. But he doesn't want to leave without the trophy.
96.
And number 7 in his European Tour hit list. Inches closer. But his biggest worry. Doubles have been good. Cross.
180.
Is it me, or are things starting to go a bit purple? I wonder how big this patch can be.
Luke Humphries should be on a better finish than Rob Cross.
405.
Second dart, an act of magic.
And for his next trick. Oh, look at that. A gaping bullseye. Of course he gets the next one. And the crowd expects this.
Good.
Rob Cross pops the cork open. He sprays champagne over this Sindelfingen stage.
Luke to throw first. Game.
How good was that first start? That made the bullseye bigger. The 32 made that very sweet. Brilliant doubling. And that's what he's doing right here. When some people are averaging 117 and 110,
100.
Cross is averaging 100, and he's being a demon on the outer ring and the bullseye.
140.
Well, if this goes, Luke Humphries is in trouble. Right now, it's just a spot of bother. He'll go 14 or treble. Double 11 for a break and to go within a leg of the semi-final. Rob Cross has taken it out. Back-to-back tongue plus checkouts. Superbly negotiated. Luke Humphries perplexed.
Must be nice to get into his home colours as well. He was wearing a rather fetching shade of orange on Thursday in Rotterdam. He looked like a sunburnt bumblebee.
100.
Cross on a bogey number right now. Luke Humphries not on a finish at all.
97.
Humphries has been talking about this crowd a lot over the last couple of days.
58.
They've given him a lift.
Robbie requires
But unfortunately,
62.
they are not lifting him here. It's Cross who might be ejecting him from the whole tournament.
He wants double 4. Close to a bust. Double 2. Rob Cross is a semi-finalist in the European Darts Grand Prix. He is looking to win this tournament for a second year in a row. It is a third year in a row these two have met in the European Darts Grand Prix. And Cross has got another one over Cool Hand Luke. He's saying goodbye to the Euro Tour for a couple of weeks.
Where the ceiling is for those players, what could they possibly do? 125 maybe? You know that 127's been done by Jose.
99.
Yeah, you've just, look, the perfect game, it's one where you don't miss a dart at double. You score amazing. And all of the guys you've seen tonight have got the capability of going absolutely berserk. But you know, somebody like Ross Smith, who hits so many 180s, normally been that good this weekend in that front. Although that's as good as it could be. He could average anything, couldn't he?
What's he going to do here? 42? The right player. The right shot. The right execution. A little celebration that tells you that he is very happy to be 2-1 up. Now, I'm in a position that if you don't correct it with the right movements, you'll get repetitive strain. So, resistance bands, cardio, mobility. I think that's the key.
137.
Becoming an increasingly important part of the game, which would have been scoffed at years ago, probably still is by some now. The game is changing.
52.
This game might change in favour of Damon Heta, who's looking to break straight back. The lead keeps flip-flopping back and forth, back and forth. 17 for tops to tie the game.
62. Rossi requires 16.
What a chance this is. The 16th best player in the world based on rankings. Can he get past them? Oh,
No score.
he cannot.
Smudger dumbfounded there. Doesn't know how he managed to get it round those darts and not in the double. Okay, that's the wrong one, but leaves double four. That's the right one and makes it 3-all.
Damon Heta.
Right now, I'll tell you how Ross is feeling after seeing that. You know that annoying guy with the sunglasses who sprinkles salt on the steak? A lot. 130 plus scores though. Is it coming now?
140.
It might not come at all, but if he can win without what you classified as his biggest weapon earlier, then he's learning how to
58.
win in a different way.
121.
It's a good performance. It's just not a typical Ross Smith performance. Bullseye.
96.
That's missed. Heta took the 1-4-3 against Scott Williams.
143.
Can he repeat the trick?
19's first. Interesting. Oh!
Game from the 7th flag.
Somebody passed the salt because it's just got saltier in here. Wow!
Damon Heta with another 1-4-3 for the weekend. And so Ross Smith goes to the cupboard and brings out the serious weaponry.
That's the pump action shotgun, that one. That was a particularly resisting 180. That 1-4-3 hurt Ross. I love that response.
93.
You ever noticed his 95 would have left 130? He was thinking about that as a bare minimum, but he gets just a little bit more. This one is a double-double. He needs to hit it, maybe?
56.
And because he hasn't,
Damon,
127 points,
127.
however you want it, Damon, would put you in the final four.
Treble 19 and Bull for a 6-4 win. Chance just slips away.
87.
Are we going the
Rossi
distance?
required 40.
Double 10. Double 5. Ross Smith, last dart, takes us all the way.
I don't think he really appreciated whoever was whistling there, and that's what this was about.
Game on.
He looked them right in the eye and said, "You dare do that to me." Of percentage points, how often do people take 137s? Not very often. But Ross really wanted less than 118. Look at it this way. It's the same as 101, 104, 112. It's treble, it's single, it's double.
Needs the treble. He cannot get it, and Ross Smith has been throwing at that treble for the last few darts, doesn't get any of them right, and so Damon Heta should get at least one dart for the match. To beat Ross Smith for the first time in 4 years and 9 attempts. Double top. The Aussie pulls it low. Ross Smith survives another match start. 6 against Edhouse, 1 against Heta. They just can't beat Ross Smith here this weekend. There have been chances. It's a grimace from the Aussie. It was a real battle up there. Damon Heta is beaten in a last leg decider. Final for the first time would be massive, but as you say, he's got to beat Michael van Gerwen, which in itself would be a huge thing for Gabriel Clemens, having never done it before.
Michael, you require 114.
Taking this out already this tournament.
94.
Can't repeat the trick.
Gabriel, you require 124.
Chance. Oh my. That's closer to the 12 segment than it is the
92.
20. Awful dart from Clemens. He tied his things up, but it's probably irrelevant. And is.
On the 4th leg. Michael van Gerwen. 5th leg, Gabriel throw first. 80. $135. $96.
All set up to be one of those games where neither player particularly deserves to lose. Gabriel's 4-2 down. He's averaging more than MVG. He's scoring slightly better. But at the back end of legs, he's not creating himself enough chances. He has done here.
Double 9. Oh, Clemens busts his score. Drags it into the double 14. He goes back to 85. Van Gerwen won't take the 170. But Clemens,
56.
if he'd missed outside, if he'd missed inside, it would have been okay.
85.
And he rectifies. Bullseye this time.
36. Michael, you require 114.
He's already tried this. It's a different route. Treble 18 would have left tops.
78.
Both players chucking a few erratic, wild darts. Double 16. Clemens is sticking with Van Gerwen as much as he possibly can.
Where he beats MVG for the first time, gets past the quarters for the first time, reaches a Euro Tour final and wins a title for the first time. This leg is the best chance he's got to break Van Gerwen, get back on level terms, and he'd have the darts.
$134. Gabriel requires 72.
Options are plenty on 72. Biggest start of the match,
32.
And Gabriel Clemens narrowly misses tops.
Double 8s. 5-3, no bother. Michael van Gerwen has been treading a tightrope for the last few minutes. But that was a real scare. He's just survived.
Who's won on the European Tour 36 times. It's a monstrous ask.
59. 99.
Van Gerwen within touching distance now of the semi-finals. It has been good from Clemens. It's just not been quite good enough.
100.
And it looks like he's going to come up short again against Van Gerwen for the 7th time out of 7. Double top. And it is another quarter-final defeat on the Euro Tour for Gabriel Clemens, and another defeat to mighty Michael van Gerwen. There were chances, there were moments, there were even darts at double.
Won't need to go the bullseye route now.
Yeah, it could be like Bon Jovi, this shot. Your love is like bad medicine, and bad medicine is what I need.
60.
However, that's about half of the prescription.
Gary requires 72.
It'll be the 16s, twice, and tops.
52.
Good line, but that one went in a little bit sideways. It wobbled a little bit. That's one of the reasons why he's got those bulbous end darts now, to try and eliminate that wobble. This time, 2 tops. Not this time.
40. Gary required 20.
Break the cross throw. Gary Anderson gets his nose back in front.
Sigler, it's Gary to throw first.
You know, I mentioned bad medicine. We've already talked about Damon Heta tonight, how he's up sticks to go a little bit further west of England to be closer to Jim Williams.
170.
It's important.
Gary 160.
And Gary's got Ryan Searle. Well, 107. He needs that 57 this time for shot at the bull. Well, there's the 7.
76.
Well, I wondered for a minute then where he was going to throw that second dart. That's made things a whole lot more difficult for Cross.
Yeah, one word to describe that first dart: yuck. One word to describe that dart: yum.
40. Gary require 40.
Is it happening? It might be. He could be final bound. 3 more legs to get. Rob is not playing as well as he did in his previous match with Luke Humphries. But he likes to make sure that he is firmly up against that raised docky. Over time,
63.
I don't know whether that'll have an effect. Look at that. Those poor shoes.
Yeah, does he have to buy shoes that are a size too big for him so he can do that?
He's not the only person who does that. But what it does is it creates stability with the stance. He's using the oki to his advantage.
19.
Double 20 for tops. Lovely dart. Rob Cross is sticking with Gary Anderson as much as he possibly can. This has been a fascinating semi-final so far.
Gary's reaction to that 119 was fascinating. There it is. Curved up, firmly against it. Am I not retired yet? He's still got life left in him, that's for sure. He's still hungry. But you're right about that final. 2017 was a remarkable final. And it is a one-off in PDC darts. It's the only one that's been won on the bull.
79. Robbie required 164.
This leg could be won on the bull. I know that. Press the red button.
Rob Cross with a 164 finish has stolen the darts off Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson, I think, enjoyed that more than anything he's enjoyed all weekend.
Oh, I don't think he did, you know. That was very impressive. What Gary was thinking when that ball went in was, get your hand out of my pocket. That is brilliant from Cross.
In fact, he's been playing so well that matches involving Anderson haven't had 10 legs. He's been pummeling opponents.
Yeah, he may be putting in a little bit of overtime here. I think the conditions here in Sindelfingen this weekend have been perfect. Little chilly on Friday, but as the fans came in, they tempered that chilliness. Not one player at all has complained about anything here. That's why the standard has been so good. Gary had the luxury there of just laying up for double top. It was a somewhat speculative shot at tops. Now it's just tops.
He takes his first chance to win a leg since the 6th one. It's 5-all.
Intensity. And this game is intense. Very different 164 effort here. He didn't have to go for it. Which is why he went 54 first this time.
56.
They can be separated by 4 points in this match. That's how close it is. Very similar in the averages. Very similar with everything. Doubles as well. 180 each. It's all about the now. And the now is about 32. He knows how big this is. He loves double 16. It won him a world title.
76.
He's not missed many of his doubles this weekend. That's why he is where he is. But Gary Anderson to bite back with 104. Chose to stay on the 16s.
Robbie required 32.
He expected to get a shot at tops. He didn't. Rob doesn't like that. Sail over the top of them.
24.
Now what does Gary do?
61.
He's never really been a treble 7 kind of guy. However, he is malleable. 1 dart at tops.
21. Robbie require 8.
Well, Gary Anderson can't say he hasn't had chances. Might not get many more, but that's 5 missed darts at a double. 6. And it's a very unmagnificent 7 for Rob Cross.
That was a pull. You saw the dart veering left towards the end of flight. That was never, ever hitting. Is this? This crowd, when Gabriel Clemens was eliminated, probably thought, we've got to find someone else to cheer. There's a lot of Gary Anderson fans out there, and I'm sure he's one of them. He's lost the last 2 legs. He could be in Gary's position of trying to win the match right now, but he's got to recover. He's got to find the paddles and press charge.
Rob Cross can't afford to give Gary Anderson a double, because every time he has had a chance at double, he's won the leg. And he's going to get a chance now.
This is for Anderson to be in his first final on the European Tour since 2015. And he doesn't have to go 12s. He'll set up and think for the next 10 seconds or so about the possibility of playing more darts tonight. But in best of 15 for the first time in European Tour.
Down for double 10. Gary Anderson is well and truly back in love with the European Tour. A first final for 9 years. He is looking for a first title in 10. There is life in the Flying Scotsman. Who would want to face him with the form he's been in this year?
Yes, it was a happy accident that occurred like that. I'd have rather seen more 9-darters in the intervening time, but... And VG leaves 1-2-8. Smith has to get his numbers right here to leave a finish, or he could just smash in a 180.
85. Michael, you require 128.
Not enough to pressure this for MVG, which is why he can start on the treble 20.
58.
There's a little suggestion of a chance for Ross here.
Yeah, that 58 just opens the door a little bit, but when the door is ajar, there is still a chance that Michael
55.
can shut it.
Michael, you require 70.
However, it's only double 9.
Games from the fifth leg.
That's like putting the postcode in the sat-nav and you've been taking the country route.
Well, the finishing has been getting him out of jail this weekend, Michael van Gerwen. It's very good here, as you can see. 3 out of 5. Ross Smith yet to miss a dart at double. But over the course of the tournament, he's more than 50%. He's had 5-ton-plus checkouts. And that is kind of made up for the fact that we are not seeing MVG in that devastating scoring pattern. It's a 97 tournament average. That's good. But it's not peak MVG. It's his B game.
60.
Is he having to find other ways to win now because he's not the standard bearer?
140.
Well, the incredible night we saw last night with enormous averages being fired in all over the place, Michael van Gerwen wasn't even in the discussion. Yeah, he was good. He saw off Johan Engstrom and he averaged in 3 figures. But it was nowhere near the best performances. Price and Anderson and obviously Heta. Humphries are excellent.
Someone who has been touted as not at his peak, he's still in the top 10 of the averages in every Players' Championship for this season. And if you would like to reminisce about the brilliance of Michael in semi-finals, how about this one? He's been in 57 semi-finals on the European Tour. He's won 48 of them, averaging 101 over the 57 games, winning 84% of them. Well, 60. That was a somewhat weak effort at tops, wasn't it?
Was a bit. He's allowed Smith back to the board. 1 treble needed with the first 2 darts, which he has to hold throw and level.
90.
Doesn't take the chance.
Michael, you require 40.
This for the first breaker throw in the semi-final. And Van Gerwen is kind of playing to type here this weekend. It's an average in the mid-90s. He's hitting half his darts at double. And he's had an important ton-plus checkout in there.
135 is going to be chipped away. Get that one quickly to leave yourself on single to double combination. You don't want it dropping on the floor and leaving yourself 65. But 5-2 is a real possibility here.
100. Michael, you require 53.
Double top incoming. But not found.
Ross, you require
we saw in the previous match a 164 from Rob Cross, which was very, very important. This could be more important than that.
Follow it. Just like that, double 16.
136.
He has missed it the last 2 legs at the end of combo finishes over a ton. The 106, now the 152. He has lost both of those legs. Ross Smith finds himself 5-2 down, when really, if he'd taken his chances, it could have been 4-3 in his favour. As we saw with Gabriel Clemens against Van Gerwen. You may not take every chance, but you've got to take 1 or 2 of them in those situations.
Absolutely.
180.
From this position, you've got to say, Smith is going to have to be relentless.
140.
He has not got 1 ton-plus finish in this tournament, which is a bit of an anomaly. Hang on. Well, if he gets one now, it'll be the best kind of ton-plus finish.
80.
Ross Smith, as we were saying, has hit a 9-darter on the European Tour.
57.
Many years ago in Gibraltar. different kettle of fish here with 3,000 fans in. He's not going to repeat it. But it does give him something to build on in this contest, a contest that has been slipping away from him over the last 3 legs.
95.
Pressure.
180.
Now who's tapping whose shoulder? Double 8.
Games from the 8th leg.
Very important.
No chance here for Van Gerwen to reassert himself in this semi-final. It's not
59.
one he's taken. Still hovering in that mid-90s average. This is a beatable version of Van Gerwen. It's a beatable version of Van Gerwen against Clayton and indeed against Clemens. He has not had to have all the fortune that Ross Smith has had this weekend. But he is not blasting people away. And that means, particularly a player like Ross Smith, who we know if he clicks into gear, can be devastating. This game is still alive. Ross Smith is still alive.
Ross Smith, 11th leg, Michael first.
Here's another question. Who would Gary rather play? I think he'd rather play Michael.
Well, this is important, and that loose start from Van Gerwen leaves him vulnerable. 139, one of the trickiest checkouts in the game. Ross Smith is just having a little period of finding that treble 20. He's going to persevere there. He's a stubborn man. And it doesn't pay off. It leaves 1-2-1. He had a look at that earlier on, missed the bullseye. Does he get a chance? He does. But this time, is he going to have to take it? Van Gerwen let him off a couple of legs ago, allowed him back to the board.
Ross, you require 121.
Can Ross
96.
Ross can't.
Michael, you require 80.
That's neither here nor there, and that's bust!
No
that is
score.
such a mess from one of the greatest players we have ever seen.
25.
A half-hearted attempt at tops, and then just a casual one that busts his score.
The shock from Smith.
Games from the 11th leg.
How many lives have you got,
Smith.
Ross? Seriously.
12th leg.
If he wins this, he's getting small checkouts all the time. Is he going to save his biggest
96.
finish for one of the biggest legs of his career, potentially, to get to his first European Tour final?
Well, Michael Van Gerwen, if he had been dozing for the last few legs, he might have woken up, because he's left himself on 125 after 3 visits to the board. That's okay for Ross Smith. Treble 20. He's awoken. He's awake now. Listen to the roar from MVG. He has gone from busting his score and maybe busting his chances of the title here in Sindelfingen to turning it around. He's got the darts in the last leg decider.
Tell you what, if Michael Van Gerwen was a tyre,
60.
he's a run flat. Because when he's bust, he can still run. That was a great revival. And maybe that bust shot has woken him up. We're going the distance
57.
and we're loving it. You love more. More.
180.
He's back in it.
10 180s in this game. 11.
180.
Fireworks at the end, but who will prevail? Ross Smith knows that MVG may only get one match dart from that 61. It could get awkward. And he's not applied much pressure there at all, and he knows it.
If Van Gerwen hits this, it'll be like Mount Van Gerwen. He will erupt.
No
He's
score.
busted his score for the second time in 3 legs. Match start missed and back to 61. Could it be a fatal mistake?
143 is one of the hardest checkouts on the dartboard, and it's not going to be found. But can Michael revive again? It should be 4 or 8 or possibly the match won.
95.
Now he's got to construct a chance again.
61.
Same route, different result. Match start double 18. Nobody can beat Ross Smith. He cannot be killed.
48.
For the third game running, he survived match darts. Does he make it count? Yes, he does! It is unbelievable. How do you stop this man? Nobody can take their chance against Ross Smith. The great Michael van Gerwen busts this score twice in the closing stages. He missed 3 match darts. And that takes the total number of match darts survived by Smudger to 10. But the upshot is he's in a Euro Tour final for the first time in his career.
That's because both of these players today have faced match darts. Let's get into the meat and drink of that in the next leg, shall we? Because it really needs to be addressed. 122 was the checkout against Josh Rock that he needed to stay in that semi-final.
38. Russia Uruguay 106.
Chance then for Ross Smith's first ton plus checkout. Over for treble 18. And he snuck it in. Double 16.
Yeah,
Ross Smith is off and running, producing the big checkouts when it matters.
Victory, because Gary was approaching what is being perceived as his halcyon days, his perceived peak.
180.
Who won that tournament? It was Michael van Gerwen.
91.
And here's the perspective bit. When Michael won that Austrian Darts Open, that was his second ever European Tour title. He won his first 2 weeks before that.
85.
He's now won 36.
70.
That was a long time ago.
Look, destined to have a bedfellow. Ross Smith has a chance to break back. You'll have to wait for your big fish if you want one. Wow.
Do you know what they call the big fish in Ireland?
35. Gary Uruguay 72.
A cod and a large. Largest double outside of the ball.
Yes, on the fourth leg, Gary Anderson.
We have a Desmond game.
Throw first. Game.
Gary Anderson, loose dart.
422.
Tidied it up well.
130.
Ross Smith now with the old double chance shot. 1 treble 20 required. He'd prefer 2. He's only going to get 1. Needs the bullseye. Ross Smith, not far away.
22.
This double was hit against Gary in a world final to end his hopes of being a one-time world champion back in 2011. Adrian was the first person to hit double 11 to win a world title in the PDC.
180.
But it gave
91 after 9. Go for treble 14. And again, plenty of time on his side. Ross Smith looks focused. He looks businesslike. He looks like a man who is desperate to win his first European Tour title.
45.
He looks like somebody at the minute who is saving his best performance for last. Double 10. He has not hit the halfway point just yet. This is not one of those legs that you want to let slip. With lots of splits,
85.
lots of misses, you want to just get rid of it before it becomes pesky.
Pesky it isn't. Ross Smith takes out double 10. Currently averaging just a shade over 98. The scoring from Smith has been much better.
That's why he does all those hours on the peloton. For moments like this, when you need that extra energy, you need to dig deep. And if you've ever been on a machine like that, this is the equivalent of feeling really tired and your quads are bursting, but you've still got
58.
1 kilometre to go with the gears on high. You've just got to get through it and breathe properly. I think with Gary, it's just about inner energy and his ability to conserve for when he needs it the most, which is right now.
84.
Actually rescued by Ross, but might not get a chance at 126. Tops for Gary Anderson. A no-nonsense 94.
That person loves Gary Anderson. You're not alone. I hope he's okay. We're about to find out just how okay he is. That's a brilliant dart from Ross. Straight through the pipes. And he leaves 46 to take the lead again.
140.
Gary does apply pressure, but a single to double that should be routine for Ross. And he manages double 16. That's the first big-ish celebration we've seen from Ross Smith in this final. He's not someone who gives it large after every leg, but he gives it large when he knows it's a big moment. He did that a few times against MVG.
Great second dart. That'll do very, very nicely. I said that it was a one-set situation at 5-5. At 6-6, it would be a one-set situation from old World Masters money. Oh, it's got to be over the top on the right-hand side. It's kicked. Oh, higher. Go higher. He's going left. This has got to swerve.
No score.
That would have been
70.
A Houdini-esque dart. And Ross Smith doesn't want to give any sympathy.
50.
But unfortunately, he can't take his chance to break and throw for the match.
Because of the way Gary's darts sit, this can be perilous, this double. If in doubt, just hit it first time then. He's having fun now. But if he's wounded, because he does look a little uncomfortable, remember that eternal saying, beware the wounded man. He is having fun. Maybe he does love the European tour again. Deliberate, I assure you. Uh-oh. Has Ross made Gary angry? I hope not.
Gary Anderson is licking his lips because this has been a really poor leg from Smudger.
57.
It's like a smudge on the page, and it will be if Gary Anderson takes out 1-2-1. Well, he didn't need to do that, but he's got a dart at double 14. Gary Anderson breaks the throw. He is one leg away from being back in the Euro Tour winner's circle.
Possibly win it after surviving more match darts. If he does, I will be lost for words.
180.
Ross Smith had gone a little bit dry on the scoring, so it is a very welcome maximum, and it's a perfect
39.
response. Gary Anderson has severely faltered in this 14th leg. .74 left, so treble 14 you would expect.
36.
It's not an ideal setup, but at least Gary Anderson is in a position where he probably needs a max just to force some pressure. He's not going to get that. He's not going to get to a finish.
26. Ross requires 60.
Double top to polish off leg 14.
40.
Not just yet. What Gary is thinking right now is, how do I win this? Got to figure out a way to get to the winner's post somehow,
60.
even if he's not happy with something that's going on. Is it going to be a one-leg shootout? It should be.
But not just yet.
What are you doing, Ross? You've put yourself in a corner. They're on an odd number double. And Gary's getting closer. Very, very close. Don't miss this, Smudger. Oh my! Gary Anderson has a chance to win the title. He thought the leg was over and the last dart didn't count. He was over the line.
Gary require 43.
Listen to the crowd. Who do they want to win for the first time in a decade?
Gary Anderson was nowhere in this last leg. The year is 2024 and Gary Anderson is a winner on the European Tour. The Flying Scotsman and the Euro Tour have kissed and made up. It is a moment that darts fans perhaps never thought they would see again.